Hey, everybody, welcome back. And I'm your host, Mike. And today we're going to talk about personal reality. Well, this is one of my favorite topics. I talk about this a lot. I even asked my parent, talked to my dad about it, and he thinks I'm nuts. But everything boils down, right? If you want to talk about in business, right? Personal reality, meaning like of what you see the business is going, what you want the business to be, only you could see it and know it. And it's your reality. It's not my reality. I have no clue what you want to do, and it's not my reality. But the way I see it for my personal reality, and this is just my perspective, right? But when it comes down to personal reality, it's whatever you believe is right, is right. Whatever you believe is wrong, is wrong. Here's a question I ask a lot of people, and a lot of people go, oh, no, especially my dad, right? There's wrong. No, that's wrong. There's wrong. Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, we know there's laws. We know, right and wrong, right? For me to walk up to a random dude and punch him in the face is pretty stupid. And it's wrong, right? Like, there's no reason for it. But if I believe with 100,000% that if I punch that dude in the face, I'm going to be a billionaire, you better believe I'm going to do it. It all boils down to what I believe. If I believe I'm the most successful person in the world, in my reality, I'm going to act like it. So personal reality is what you have to create for yourself and understand your personal reality and understand that, wait a minute, there's some things that might block my reality that I want and that you got to change. Like I mentioned many times before, it's reprogramming. You got to reprogram yourself and reprogram to what you want to become. So there's two things to your personal reality. The first thing is you got to understand it and see it, like feel it, understand like this is what I want. So for my personal reality to me is I'm, well, right now not doing such a good job in my business and my roles. I've been slacking off and I know it. I'm not, advertising as much. I'm not pushing like on Facebook or Twitter and stuff like that as much, which I know I need to. So there's a difference. Hey, you need to do it. Well, go do it, right? And that I have, for me anyways, my golden nugget, the golden egg. I know where it's going to end up. I feel it. I see it. I've felt it. That I felt like my higher self, the one that's been there, done that, said, hey, man, this is what you got to do. Like, I literally started this one project in September 2019. And by the time I came back in May 2020, because I went down, spent some time in Florida with my family, and then we all know what happened in 2020. And when I came back, I set up my idea and I hired another company to process and do my idea as things were happening and orders were coming in, to the point where when I came back, they're like, yo, man, I can't keep up. This is way too busy for me. And I couldn't have predicted that my shipping company is going to be as big and as needed as it needed to be. I felt really strong that I need to do this, so I did it. I set it all up, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to Florida, bye. And when I came back, it's like bigger than I imagined. But I knew it. Like even the guy that works on my websites, he's like, dude, this is a big project. Like, you sure you don't want to hire a big firm? Why would you want to hire me? I said, no, I feel it. I need to hire you. Let's do it. I know you'll know what needs to be done. He's in school at the time. Because he's self-taught programmer and he was in school. So I was like, dude, whenever something comes up, I know you're going to learn about it in school or in your projects, and that it'll all just work out. You'll get the experience you need so you can get your job when you're done school, and I'll get my website. And it's going to be a great, fun project for us. Like we always talked about this when we were kids. That was my personal reality. I saw the vision. I knew it was in my reality, and that this was going to be 110%. But I could not have predicted what 2020 was going to bring. So for the next 2 years, that part of my company just blew up. Boom. Soared. We had trucks on the road. We had packages rolling in and out. We had orders coming in and out. It was great. Now it's August in 2022. A little bit slower, right? There's no more restrictions out there in parts of Canada and stuff like that. But hey, I made a profit with this project in my first year alone. And yeah, things are going to go back slower because it kind of got inflated in need, but I know it's going to continue and that project's going to go, and I have other projects on the go. But it all comes down to my personal reality, and my personal reality is I want to be successful, and I am successful. So I'm going to live it, breathe it, and do it. But you have to not only have your vision and your new personal reality, but in the law of attraction 101 is you have to live what you want. So not only that, if you're just starting out in business or you're starting out with whatever projects you want to work on to be successful or whatever's motivating you, you have to act as if you already have it, which could get you into trouble because people are like, wow, you must be really rich because the way I was acting, I just spend money. I don't care because I know I'll make more money and stuff like that. And people are just like, oh, wow, you must be really, successful. Hey, why don't you pay for, all my family? Hey, pay for me. Hey, you got the bill, Mike. You're the one in business. But I'm acting like I want, right? My personal reality. But you have to sit down and you could build your personal reality of saying, okay, this is what I understand. This is what I want. And start building your personal reality and your ideas of what's going to work and not work. But you also, if you're doing a business, main thing is you got to be able to roll with the punches, because the way I set up my company, the one in 2019, is not at all how it's working. You have to go with the flow of the universe and just trust yourself and go for it. And you're going to get a lot of outside people saying, hey, my reality is more than your reality because this is how it is. Personal reality is personal. Everybody believes they're right. So therefore, nobody's wrong? Well, if everybody's right, then from everybody else's point of view, everybody else is wrong. You get what I'm saying? So if I believe I'm always right, I'm never wrong, blah, ha, ha, in my personal reality, but I look out at the world and go, well, all these people are wrong all the time. So therefore, everybody's right because we all believe in our reality we are right. We're doing what we know we need to do for us. That's your personal reality. And yet we look around and say, well, everybody else is wrong that doesn't believe and listen to what I'm saying because that's the way it is. So everybody's right and everybody's wrong at the same time. Mind blown, right? But you have to understand people's personal reality. It might be different from your personal reality. And that is how we have to learn to interact with people. Like a lot of people these days seem like they're interacting like, well, they're all being threatened or something all the time. I don't know what's going on out there. But every time, I try to give somebody constructive criticism, they're always on the defense. Like, oh, you think you're better than me? No, I don't think I'm better than you. I know I am. In my personal reality. But in reality, we're all the same. We're all equal. We're all the same people just going through life, trying to figure out our personal reality. So, is your personal reality success? And where everybody's like, oh, yeah, well, we're successful. I'm successful. But you have to have it, like feel it, believe it, understand what it means. Like, it's hard to wrap your head around certain number, like big things, right? How big the earth is, or how many, how much intestines are in you, and you're like a kilometer too long, they say. I don't know. But I remember when I first heard that in biology, I was like, oh, can't wrap my brain around that. Right? Or you look at the 10 different car dealerships in your little town, and you're like, why? How are they all busy and all selling vehicles? Like everybody has new vehicles in this town. What's going on? It's hard to wrap your head around that. But in their reality, they know they're pumping out cars all day long. Mechanics are working all day long, that they could have like 50 employees at each dealership and still be turning a profit. That you don't need to go for the $1 million, like, I'm going to make $1 million project right now. There's a lot of money left on the table with pennies. Like I mentioned in one of my previous episodes, how when I first started my company as an entertainment broker, how I wouldn't touch nothing less than $10,000 profit for me. And that how much we left on the table in a year was astronomical. So my personal reality, I thought, well, I'm not a party planner. I'm not an event planner. I am a broker. So I gotta make all this money. I'm not going to do event planning stuff or party planning. No, I'm a big broker. But then all that money on the table was left behind. So in my reality, I thought I was king, but yet I was a joker. So you got to understand, everybody has their own way and their own personal reality, that especially in business, if you're trying to sell somebody a product or trying to get people's business, you got to understand and look at their point of view from their reality and try to implement your services or your products for them to understand. I'll leave that with you. Thanks for listening. But once again, thank you very much. This is Mike with Life Changers. Takes one day at a time. Hang in there.